everyone, Zen Guardian here, and today I'm bringing you guys another one of those raw and uncut style videos, real light on the editing for a more podcast sound. In this video, I want to talk about the Gjallarhorn's return in year 3 and its effect on the game going forward. Now, a lot of you guys know the Gjallarhorn, it was the most coveted weapon in year 1. It was that weapon that if you didn't have it, a lot of people wouldn't want to play with you. It took a very long time for some of us to get because of how grindy RNG was back then, and it was just that weapon. And in year 3 going forward, Bungie has confirmed it's going to be locked behind a quest, so we're not sure if it's going to be a quest like the Black Spindle where it just pops up, or if it's going to take week after week like the first curse, but it is locked behind a quest, so no longer will the noob at the bottom of the Crucible list or the worst player on your raid team just get super lucky one day and drop a Gjallarhorn in your face, even though you've been grinding day after day, week after week, drop after drop with no results. But let me just take a step back, guys. The Gjallarhorn's returning, it's going to be in a quest, and I think that it's going to be a really, really good thing for the game. Now, since year 1 of Destiny, the Gjallarhorn has been hit with a couple nerfs. First, it got hit by its overall damage, then it got hit by nerfing the Wolfpack rounds, and in the April update, Bungie actually decreased the radius that it takes for grenades and horseshoes to proc, which for those of you who don't know is Gjallarhorn's hidden perk, and so it's not going to return in the way that it was. Now, the biggest reason, in my opinion, why the Gjallarhorn was so prominent and so coveted and needed by so many Guardians out there in year 1 was because it was the #1 weapon for burn strategies. It did the most damage, there was no contesting it, that was the weapon to use when you needed to burn down a boss. And in year 1, that was basically every boss in the game. If you think about year 2 Destiny, just right now, even before we get into the Rise of Iron, if you think about right now, bringing a Gjallarhorn into something like the King's Fall raid, it's not going to suit you very well for all of the different content in that raid because that content is mainly based around mechanics. Now, if you look at Atheon, if you look at Crota, if you look at year 1 strikes and stuff like that, it's all just a big bad boss that you put as much damage into as possible, as quickly as possible, and that is the way that you defeat them. Mostly in year 2, a lot of things have been shifted towards a more mechanic-based thing, and I don't think that Gjallarhorn is the answer to a lot of our problems now, especially in year 2. Now, when we're talking about year 3 and Rise of Iron, nobody is 100% sure what the new raid is going to entail. Is it going to be more focused around mechanics? Is it going to be a lot more of the burn strategies that we're used to from year 1 and all those other things? We just don't have those answers right now. But what we do know is that Bungie has said that this raid is going to be focused around people moving, like running and collisions and stuff like that. So it's going to be a very chaotic raid. And one of the things that was really crucial to Gjallarhorn's success was the fact that you could kind of sit in the back of the map, pop a couple heavy synth, and just unload rocket after rocket into a boss. If they're talking about things colliding and things, being very fast paced, I just don't think that Gjallarhorn is going to have that staying power in what we know right now of the raid that it was in year 1. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the reason why Bungie is even bringing Gjallarhorn back in the first place. And really, the short and sweet answer to that, guys, is nostalgia. They have really hit home that this entire expansion is going to be based around the idea of a nostalgic experience. Going through the story and learning about the Iron Lords, talking to Lord Saladin about the Iron Banner and what it stands for, guns like Gjallarhorn and Thorn returning. It's all about nostalgia. It's all about what was and not what's going to be. So for sure, that is the #1 reason why Bungie had decided to bring that back, because for a lot of us year 1 Guardians, that is a very nostalgic weapon. It strikes a nerve in our brain that either makes us really, really happy that it's coming back because we can't wait to use that power that we were once used to and have that gun that just made us feel so powerful, or make us so mad because we couldn't get that year 1 drop and we had to buy it from Xur. But either way, it is a very nostalgic weapon to anyone that is from year 1 Destiny. Also, the Thorn is as well. And if you guys haven't yet, go check out my Counter to Snipers video. It's actually a very popular video on my channel, and it's one that I think a lot of people have a lot of opinions about. So if you haven't yet, make sure you go check that video out. But in this video, I really just wanted to give you guys my opinion on how I think the return of Gjallarhorn is going to be. From all the new gameplay we've seen of the year 3 Gjallarhorn, it really doesn't look like it is that burn machine machine that it once was. It still looks powerful, it still looks relevant, it just doesn't seem like that shred factory that it once was. It seems like maybe it might even be toned back a little bit. I actually saw a Reddit post a couple weeks ago of people talking about this subject, and they were talking about how from some of the new gameplay, it looked as if the Gjallarhorn was actually nerfed again. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below if you think the Gjallarhorn from any new gameplay that you might have seen has been nerfed yet again. To me, it looks like it's basically at the same spot it once was. I'm not sure if it was just the boss that these guys were fighting or something like that, but for sure it does not look as powerful as it once was in year 1. Trust me, guys. So anyways, that's gonna bring us to the end of this video. I really hope I could enlighten some of you guys, give you guys my opinion. A lot of people have been asking me about this, and I really hope that I did my best to address it and, you know, just give you guys my opinion on it. I'm a huge fan of the Galley. I cannot wait to get that weapon back in my hands, just to feel amazing and powerful again, and just to have that beautiful golden rocket launcher in my hands again. So I'm super excited for it. I do want another weapon that is super coveted and super necessary for the game. Not something as powerful as year 1 Gjallarhorn, but I don't just want to have Gjallarhorn back in my hand and it's like, oh, this is now the best weapon in the game and this is the only option, and if I want to play in the raid of the Wrath of the Machine, I must have a Gjallarhorn. You know, I don't want that. And like I said, it's going to be something where those who deserve it get it, because it is going to be locked behind that quest, so you are going to have to grind to get your hands on it. It's not just going to fall into your lap, even though that was one of the best experiences of my life when I dropped my Gjallarhorn after like 100 Atheon completions, guys. It finally dropped and I freaked out, I jumped up. But other than that, that's going to bring us to the end of the video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit this video with a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on Gjallarhorn and how you think it's going to affect the game in year 3. I'm actually super curious to know what you guys think, being that this is a very vocal and passionate community. I want to know what you guys think, so definitely make sure you guys leave a comment down below. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. We just started streaming on Twitch like crazy, so make sure you hit that link down below. Follow me on Twitch so you know when I go live every single day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been your boy ZG. I'm out.